The Oakland Raiders go on the road to face the Carolina Panthers on Sunday. BETDAQ currently has Carolina installed as a 9.5-point favorite in this game. 46 is the total. Now, the Panthers have been playing some good football lately. They've won 3 out of their last 4 games. Of course, their one loss in that stretch was to the Kansas City Chiefs, the worst team in the NFL. Still, you have to like what they've been doing on both sides of the ball. The offense gets most of the attention, of course, because Cam Newton is the quarterback. He's one of the rising young stars in the NFL. And Newton's main problem throughout his NFL career has been turning the football over. He was among the league leaders in turnovers last year. And again, the first half of this season, he was turning it over as much as any quarterback in the NFL. But Newton has really cleaned it up over these last few weeks. He's been playing great football, and that's the main reason, I think, for Carolina's turnaround. Of course, that's not to minimize what they've been doing on defense, because the Carolina Panthers are currently ranked 10th in the NFL in total defense, and that's a long way from where they were last year and even the first 3 or 4 weeks of this season. Ron Rivera, their head coach, has really fixed this defense. And Rivera came in with a big reputation, of course. He's had a lot of success, multiple stops, most notably Chicago and San Diego as defensive coordinator. But last year, his first season, it was very underwhelming. The Panthers were awful on defense, and throughout the first couple of games of this year, they didn't appear to have improved much, but they have improved a lot over the last couple of months. We mentioned they're now a top 10 defense. So the Panthers, like we said, playing well on both sides of the ball. The Oakland Raiders had been horrible before they shut out the Kansas City Chiefs last week. Now, was that a case of Oakland sort of turning it around? Are they going to play better these last couple of weeks? Or is that just Kansas City is that bad, Oakland winning 14-0? Before that game, the Raiders had lost 6 straight games, and they were 0-6 against the spread in those games. Really, by and large, it's been same old Oakland Raiders this season. We know it's a new management, new coaching staff there in Oakland, but same old Raiders. They've been extremely undependable. They've been among the worst teams in the NFL to back this season. Again, they had failed to cover 6 straight games before last week. They're 32nd in the NFL in points allowed. So Cam Newton, we mentioned Cam Newton's been playing a lot better these last few weeks. He'll have another opportunity to pad his stats on Sunday because the Raiders giving up right around 29 points per game. Like we said, that is worse than the NFL. All that being said, Oakland, there is a bright spot with this team. That is on the offensive side of the ball. 12th in the league in total offense. They've been a top 10 passing offense all year. Carson Palmer has proven this year that he still has some left in the tank. Oakland is 7th in the NFL in pass yards per game right now. And for really the first time all season, this Oakland offense is fully healthy. Darren McFadden good to go. The running back, the oft-injured running back, who is as good, and maybe I shouldn't say that because I tend to think that I might overrate Darren McFadden a little bit. I was about to say as good as there is when he's healthy, because that's the image I have of this guy. But when you look at his yards per carry average since he's been in the NFL, maybe I overrate him a little bit, but I certainly think there's still a lot of potential there with Darren McFadden. They have a good young wide receiving core with Denarius Moore and Darius Hayward-Bay. As we said, their pieces are healthy. They're there right now. They only managed 15 points last week against the Kansas City Chiefs, so who knows? I guess that's why we see a line like 9.5 in this game. That being said, I think the line's a little bit too big. It's tough to cover a number like 9.5 in the NFL. And even though the Panthers have won 3 out of the last 4, it's not like they've been blowing people out. And I know Oakland is last in the league in points allowed, so Carolina certainly could blow them out. Nobody would be shocked. The Raiders are certainly not a dependable team. I don't know. Something tells me that this could be an instance, we might see a backdoor cover, something like that. Wouldn't be at all surprised if Carolina had this game well in hand and Oakland tacked on a late touchdown to, lose by 7, something like that. Don't expect the Raiders to win the game, but for some reason, I don't know, 9.5, that doesn't feel quite right to me. I'm not quite that high on the Panthers at this point. I lean towards the Raiders and the points on Sunday.